A new open source bridge just went live linking Base and Solana. Horizen has repositioned itself from an L1 to a privacy-focused Layer 3 built on Base, complete with ERC20 token migration and a developer grant program, and talks about Ethereum ETFs, Ethereum growth, and Base being integrated in merchant payment processors. You're watching Base Weekly by Optimism Show, where we track the infrastructure, projects, and creators shaping Base Chain's future. This is not financial advice. Let's start with the headline infrastructure update. Coinbase and Chainlink just launched an open-source cross-chain bridge between Base and Solana using Chainlink's cross-chain interoperability protocol, or CCIP. This bridge lets you move SOL, SPL tokens, and NFTs from Solana into Base, where they show up as wrapped ERC20s. Under the hood, Chainlink nodes plus Coinbase validator signatures handle verification, minting tokens on Base when assets lock on Solana, and burning them when they move back. Early partners like Zora, Aerodrome, Virtuals, and others are jumping in. Aerodrome, for example, is explicitly supporting memcoin flows and trading pairs routed through the bridge. Why does this matter? Because if adopted, Base gains direct access to Solana's liquidity pool, which could jumpstart total value locked, TVL, decentralized exchange volume, and importantly, the memecoin activity that seems to thrive on Solana's ecosystem. Also worth watching are link tokens, since CCIP depends on the Chainlink infrastructure, along with bridged SOL derivatives and high beta assets like KeyCat that may lead initial flows. That said, don't confuse availability with adoption. Early usage data shows modest activity, roughly 60 cumulative transactions so far, signaling the plumbing is live, but broad developer uptake and significant liquidity migration remain to be proved. And security remains a critical concern. Multi-party verification helps, but bridges are complex, high-risk attack surfaces. Audits, ongoing runtime monitoring, and clear UX warnings about wrapped custody models are essential. Solana contributors have publicly criticized the bridge, warning its competitive infrastructure that could siphon liquidity from Solana to Base. This kind of reputational friction may slow integration efforts and adoption on both sides. From bridging chains to bridging incentives, next up is the renewed discussion around a Base native token and why this could be a defining moment for the chain's economic model. Speaking of infrastructure that takes a fresh angle, Horizen's recent relaunch deepens Base's capabilities, especially in the privacy arena. Horizen has formally migrated from being a standalone Layer 1 to launching as an EVM native Layer 3 rollup built on Base, and it converted its native token, Zen, into an ERC20. What does that look like? Horizen now runs rollup execution locally with finality anchored on Base and Ethereum, focusing on privacy-first use cases. Private DeFi, confidential payroll, and verifiable advertising are among the initial targets. Horizen Labs has also announced a $8.8 million developer fund, just 1 million Zen, to drive ecosystem growth. Technically, the L3 uses EVM native execution with privacy tooling, and it plans to add confidential compute features through trusted execution environments, with major privacy advancements expected as early as Q1 2026. By bringing privacy tooling and developer incentives directly into Base's stack, Horizen could attract projects that require confidentiality features, enhancing Base's appeal beyond typical L2 use cases. The token migration brings liquidity and staking flows to Base, deepening native activity. Finally, let's zoom out with a few quick notes you should watch in the Base landscape. Charles Schwab is exploring crypto ETFs. If they launch spot ETH or other ETFs, institutional flows could head into Ethereum and L2s like Base. ETH technicals are showing an RSI breakout thesis. Historically, such breakouts preface rallies, which could increase inflows and activity on Base. But remember, RSI can fail during deep bear markets. CoinsPaid's crypto processing now supports Base, lowering merchant settlement friction and potentially increasing on-chain payment volume. To sum it up, Base's ecosystem is accelerating across infrastructure, token economics, and retail trading with bridges, Layer 3 rollups, launchpads, and native token conversations all unfolding. But many of these moves are still nascent. The plumbing is largely in place, though actual flow and adoption are still catching up. If you found this useful, subscribe to the Optimism Show and follow along for weekly coverage of how the superchain and its member chains are actually evolving. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.